Right after you eat, your eyelids get heavy, your focus disappears, and suddenly all you want to do is lie down. Most people brush this off as just being full, but what if that sleepy feeling is actually your body waving a red flag, trying to tell you something deeper is going wrong beneath the surface? Something that, if ignored long enough, could quietly drain your energy, your metabolism, and even your long-term health. Because here's the truth. Feeling sleepy after meals is not normal, it's a signal. And today we're going to break down exactly what your body is trying to tell you, why it keeps happening, and most importantly, how to fix it so you can eat and actually feel energized instead of exhausted. But to understand this, we need to start with what's supposed to happen after you eat, because your body isn't designed to shut down after food, it's designed to power up. When you eat, your digestive system breaks food down into glucose, which enters your bloodstream and becomes fuel for your cells, your brain, your muscles. Every system depends on this steady flow of energy. Ideally, your blood sugar rises gently, giving you a smooth, stable boost. No crash, no fog, no sleepiness. But for many people, that's not what happens. Instead, there's a sharp spike in blood sugar, followed by a rapid drop. And that drop is where the problem begins because your brain is incredibly sensitive to changes in blood sugar. And when it suddenly falls, even if it's still technically within a normal range, your brain perceives it as a threat. So it triggers fatigue, brain fog, and that overwhelming urge to sleep, almost like pulling the emergency brake on your energy. The hormone responsible for this roller coaster is insulin. Insulin's job is to take glucose out of your bloodstream and move it into your cells. But when you eat meals high in refined carbs or sugar, your body releases a large amount of insulin all at once, more than you actually need. This is called an insulin spike, and it can overshoot, driving your blood sugar down too quickly, leaving you feeling drained, sluggish, and sleepy. Here's where it gets more serious. If this happens repeatedly, day after day, your body can start becoming less responsive to insulin, a condition known as insulin resistance, where your cells stop listening to insulin properly, so your body produces even more of it to compensate, which creates even bigger spikes and crashes and even worse fatigue after meals. It becomes a vicious cycle, and this isn't just about feeling tired. Over time, this pattern is strongly linked to weight gain, stubborn belly fat, and eventually type 2 diabetes. But before we go deeper into that, there's another surprising factor most people never consider: your nervous system, because digestion isn't just about food, it's also about your state. When you eat in a stressed, rushed, or distracted state, scrolling your phone, watching intense content, or eating on the go, your body stays in what's called fight or flight mode, and in that state, digestion becomes less efficient. Your body struggles to properly break down and absorb nutrients, and this can amplify blood sugar swings, making post-meal fatigue even worse. But there's also a second layer to this. After you eat, your body naturally shifts into rest and digest mode, sending more blood flow to your digestive system. And for some people, especially those with unstable blood sugar or poor metabolic health, this shift can feel like a sudden drop in energy, like your system is powering down. But here's the key distinction: a slight sense of relaxation after a meal is normal. Extreme sleepiness is not. If you feel like you could fall asleep at your desk, your body is not just digesting, it's struggling. And the foods you choose play a massive role in this. Meals high in refined carbohydrates, white bread, sugary drinks, processed snacks, digest rapidly and flood your bloodstream with glucose, triggering those sharp insulin spikes we talked about. While meals balanced with protein, healthy fats, and fiber slow down digestion and create a more stable release of energy. And this is where a simple shift can make a dramatic difference. For example, instead of starting your meal with carbs, starting with protein or fiber can blunt the glucose spike significantly, meaning less insulin, less crash, and more stable energy. But here's something even more interesting. Your gut also plays a role in how sleepy you feel after eating, because your digestive system produces neurotransmitters that directly affect your brain. including serotonin, which is involved in both mood and sleep. When certain foods rapidly increase serotonin production, it can contribute to that drowsy feeling, especially when combined with unstable blood sugar. Then there's inflammation, something most people don't associate with post-meal fatigue, but certain foods, especially highly processed ones, can trigger low-grade inflammation in the body, and inflammation itself is energy draining. Your body diverts resources toward managing it, leaving you feeling sluggish and tired. So now we have a clearer picture. Post-meal sleepiness isn't just one thing. It's a combination of blood sugar spikes, insulin response, nervous system state, food choices, and even inflammation. But here's the question that really matters. How do you fix it? Because the goal isn't to stop eating or eat less. It's to eat in a way that works with your biology, not against it. And the first shift is understanding meal composition. Every time you eat, think balance. Include a solid source of protein, some healthy fats, and fiber-rich foods. This combination slows down how quickly glucose enters your bloodstream, preventing that spike and crash cycle. Second, pay attention to the order in which you eat. Starting with vegetables or protein before carbohydrates can significantly reduce blood sugar spikes. Third, slow down. Eating too quickly can overwhelm your digestive system and worsen the problem. Give your body time to process signals of fullness and digestion. Fourth, move your body after eating. Even a short walk can help your muscles absorb glucose more efficiently, reducing the need for a large insulin spike. This is one of the simplest and most powerful tools you can use. Finally, pay attention to how specific foods affect you because your body gives feedback. If a certain meal consistently leaves you feeling drained, that's valuable information. Adjust, experiment, and refine. Because here's the truth most people miss. Your body is constantly communicating with you. Symptoms like fatigue aren't random, they're signals. And when you learn to interpret those signals, you can start making changes that transform how you feel every single day. Imagine eating a meal and feeling clear, focused, energized. No crash, no brain fog, no need for caffeine to recover. That's not a rare genetic advantage. It's what happens when your metabolism is working the way it's supposed to. So the next time you feel that wave of sleepiness after eating, don't ignore it, don't normalize it. Ask yourself what your body is trying to tell you. Because that signal, as small as it seems, might be the early warning sign that gives you the chance to fix something before it becomes a much bigger problem. And once you understand it, you're no longer reacting to your body, you're working with it. And that's where real, lasting energy begins.